Morning, everybody. Garrett Rossi here with Emerald Machine Shop. I got asked recently, what's the hardest part of my job? Well, you might think it's doing the work or whatever, but the hardest part of my job is dealing with customers. Customers can drive you literally crazy sometimes. People are so used these days to mass manufactured products for pennies on the dollar that they can't understand why you charge what you charge for your product that's homemade, shop built, 10 times better than anything you'll find online. But it's always, generally, always about the bottom dollar. They want the best work possible, the strongest, the best quality, but for mass manufactured prices. And it just doesn't work that way. I get calls, 100 calls, we get 10 jobs out of it. People, what I try to do is cater to customers that are serious about making money in the land clearing business, because they're the ones that have no trouble paying for our products. And most people know who we are already and know that, but I get a lot of out-of-state calls and they just don't know us and they're shocked when they hear my price. But it's like, come on people, you can't expect what we do to match the prices of these mass manufactured products that aren't as good, that aren't as reliable, and we have a reputation for building things that last forever, and that comes with the price. You're paying for the quality, you're paying for what we know how to do. And a lot of people get that and a lot more people don't. And I get a lot of excuses. I've learned over the years, I'll give them a price and it's, oh, well, I was just checking for now. If I get this job coming up, I'll let you know. That's rarely ever true. The other big one is, let me talk to my partner. Now, sometimes they do have partners, but 9 out of 10 times when they say, oh, let me talk to my partner, you're never gonna hear from them again. And all it boils down to is they're too scared to just tell you up front that they're not interested, or that it's just too much money, or that they're gonna go a cheaper route. Let me talk to my CPA is another one, which usually means their wife. I've heard every excuse and I've learned to just write them off when I hear that generally. And if they happen to call back later on, hey, great. But they always think about the bare minimum, the bottom dollar. They don't think ahead. They don't think about the future, a product that I'm gonna pay more for now, but I'll have forever and I'll only ever need one of them. And getting customers to think past the end of their nose is the hardest part of my job. And I used to, try to convince them and explain this to them and that to them. I've learned that it's all just a waste of time. You either want what I have to offer or you don't. And I'm not gonna beg you for it. Most of the people we have trouble with are people just starting out. They want everything as cheap as they can. They have machinery that they're in debt up to their eyeballs in machinery, and they don't have the money to buy it. And I get that, but at the same time, if you don't have the right tools to do your job, then that bulldozer, that excavator, that skid steer is worthless to you. And if you're constantly repairing a cheap one or buying a new one every now and then because it breaks on you, you're spending the same amount of money you could have spent with me for an excavator rate that will last forever. So that's the hardest part of my job, and I try to get every customer I can on board. It rarely ever happens, but we do have good customers that know quality when they see it and are willing to pay for it because they're serious about making money, so they want a serious product. And those are the kind of people you need to cater to in your business and the people we try to cater to in our